parties. I don't like small talk, I'm always leaving early. Then I met you and my eyes changed. And now you're in my eye range, I'm gunning for you. You changed my heart in a big way. Now every day's a celebration, and I wanna say it's just that I wanna change and go in your direction. God, you're a laser beam, you're on my teen dreams. And if I knew you in school, you'd be too cool for me. Then I met you and my eyes changed. And now you're in my eye range, I'm gunning for you. You changed my heart in a big way. Now every day's a celebration, and I wanna say
That the return of the radio vibes from, of course, Dispatch getting its shout out with my vibe tracks, but we couldn't really use it last week because it was a week after we had used it before, and I was like, I don't want to use it too much. Plus, it's a long one. But anyway, I do enjoy it. I've listened to the Dispatch soundtrack relatively often. Yeah, it is a good one. It's one of the that one and the Wicked one are the only ones so far that have lyrics. And I do kind of like the lyric ones. And it'll be interesting if I can figure out more to add to it.
Are you gonna get could you get struck for that?
No, I upload every single one beforehand so that it doesn't get automatically content ID marked. So if I upload it as an unlisted video, I can see it, if it'll get marked or not. And if I see there's no marks, then it's like, oh, we're all good, and then I add to the thing to use. Now, if the people were to find the song and be like, hey, you're using this against our, stop using it, but rare possibility of that happening anyway. So I do have to add where I get these remixes from, the different channels in the description of the videos. I keep forgetting to do that, but it is on my list to do. So anyway, starting off with that, we have pretty good amount to cover today. So let's just get right into it. It is Wow Wednesday. Greetings, travelers, Wiz Kids, and Word Players. It is Wednesday, which means it is Wow Wednesday once again. I am Wizard of Wordplay, the Wow of Wow Wednesday, and I am joined, as I am always, by the Gremlin King himself, Samurai Snowman.
Konnichiwa, ladies and gentlemen, germs and ladies or whatever, you know? What's up, brother?
Germs
Trying to
and
survive this
germs and
winter out here?
germs and ghouls and
Ghouls and
ghouls and ghouls.
gremlins.
Yeah. Um, yeah, the winter's been pretty rough out there. I mean, luckily here, well, I don't know if you say luckily, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. It's been cold. It's just been really, really cold here. No snow, thank God, but just unbearably cold.
I got all the snow you need, brother.
Hello, Beefy Bites and Baki here as always. Hello, everyone.
Hell.
Yeah, just Wisconsin's just been just cold, and like I was talking before the show that like half a week ago, whatever long it was, a week or so ago, it was like -40 with wind chill out there, and it was like, dear God, like I do not want to do shit right now.
Yeah, I'm in hibernation mode, bro. It's hard to fucking get up in the morning. I'll get home and lay down like a little bitch.
Well, that's one thing about like this apartment is it's still using the old radiators, and come to find out that it's using steam radiator. It's using a steam boiler for these radiators, which is not what even because you don't have modern radiators all that often anyway. But if you do, about like 20 to 30 years ago, they were replaced with hot water instead of steam. And so, like, basically, one of my radiators was had been broken for the longest time. I'd moved in here. I haven't been here a year yet. For the longest time, it's been broken. The people knew about it, and the plumbers were supposed to come and fix it, but no plumber wants to come show up and fix the fucking old ass 1950s radiator, and so they dragged their feet with it. Well, eventually it got to where the little part of it started spouting water and dripping down into the store below me.
Mm-hmm.
And so obviously they have to, the property managers have to come look at that. And I have like, it's a whole thing. I have like 2 property managers. It's weird. It's like basically like having 2 divorced like parents. And so the one was like, didn't care about it, but the other one had to get on it right away. But anyway, so finally the repairman comes and replaces it, and it was really all he did was put a bunch of like graphite twine in the fucking hole and then just tightened it back up like, I should be fine now. But yeah, he was just talking about how it's like, yeah, these are steam powered, and and most of the time you get hot water powered ones, and that's where all the heat comes from. But right now they just don't have that, and like, yeah, it was pretty but it was just like, man, wouldn't it be nice to just have a regular ass baseboard heater or something? But I mean, but that is to say that these things just cook this whole apartment. So it's -40. I don't fucking feel it. I'm like, I'm fine in here. It's perfectly fine.
I hope
so. A little hot,
what
actually.
you're supposed to
A
do.
little hot in that bedroom sometimes. So, but anyway, besides the freezing cold, Snowman, how has your week been?
Just boring as shit, man. Like I said, kind of just fucking working, coming home, like taking a nap, and then just bullshitting around, doom scrolling, just not being productive in things I should be productive in. Waiting for my house to get built. I'll use that as an excuse, and I got about a month left. So then I'll start rolling on The Rodent. It's gonna be my one-shot comic. Hopefully, get it finished next year to get on the imprint label.
Your teeth cutting comic?
Yeah, just to figure out the process, get something finished, that'll definitely be a lot of practice that I'll need, and then I'll also be practicing on the side of that. Then I will be getting jacked as fuck again. So I'm excited for that, man. It's fucking just the waiting process is fucking killing me. I cannot wait to get out of here and into my own spot.
I mean, I imagine the construction's slowed because of the snow, so I mean, it's gotta suck.
Well, we really didn't have any snow at all. We don't really get any snow down here at all, and it hasn't been too terribly cold, but they don't give a fuck about that, man.
All right.
It's actually been quicker than I thought it was.
You're gonna do it like a shabby job. You're gonna get in there. And be fucking like,
Yeah, it's like this is a doghouse.
why Tim Burton designed this fucking building? It's like everything's
Where's
fucking
my roof?
lopsided and everything's like doorways like fucking angled and weird, and it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, there's not one right angle. It's all circular and fucking there's tilted floors and shit.
The hobbit hole.
That would be fucking cool though.
Yeah, especially for you, it'd be perfect size. Got him.
UFNR.
Uh,
Words I can't say but I want to right now. You freaking jerk.
you meanie.
Yeah, so just being lazy on things I need to get done, but those things will start getting done as soon as I get my own space. So
Yeah, I mean that's it does help, like to have mainly like I just need more like days off. Like I almost like want to like do a staycation of some kind at some point, just to be like, listen, I'm gonna call off these days, fucking staying at home the whole damn time.
yeah, you get PTO.
Yeah.
Hey man, you just let them know like a few weeks in advance. They can't
Yeah.
really say no.
But anyway, so one thing so besides the radiator guy coming and fixing that, which I was just happy because I was like, dude, I ain't paying for this because I can't control these radiators when they come on. They come on from the boiler. I can't control the boiler. And for two, you guys knew about this before I ever moved out here. So it's like, fuck off, which, no one said anything, but I'm like, better fucking not. So I did do some drawing a couple days off ago and got a lot of rough of the drawing of the pages done, and it is a bit interesting because you look at it
For the pirate book?
For the pirate book, and for the preview book, yeah. So you look at it and it's like, man, this just doesn't look good, right? You draw it, like, man, this doesn't look good.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I go to the layer because I draw a digital snowman. I can go to the layer of like the drafts, right? Of all
I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do everything hand drawn for now, and then I'm gonna take it digital and like fix it up and just touch up with, especially with coloring.
Yeah. So I'm looking at like where it stood before, like here it was before when I first drafted everything down and how it was a rough fucking like scribble, and it's like this is what I want the panel to look like, and I scribbled it in there, right? And then when I did it another layer, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do another kind of scribble, but it's gonna be a bit more detailed. And so I went a layer above that, and like, okay, now we're gonna do it, more detail again. And so you finish this layer, and you're like, man, this just doesn't look good. Like I took such a gap in between that I'm not confident about this. But then I'm like, well, let me look at what I did before this one. So I turned that layer on, and then I'm like, oh, they see, it's rough and it's not smooth, but you look at what came before it, and it does help you kind of like put in perspective. So that's nice.
That's good. Just drawing though, man. Doing more than me.
Yeah. And so like I have on my Twitter banner, it's that constant thing that it's like kind of keep me going. It's the, just make it exist first, you can make it good later. Like once you get the idea down, you can refine it slowly over time, and that will allow you, like that, if it takes you a whole fucking week to work on one panel, then it's going to take you a whole week to work on one panel. That panel can look good, so better do it that way.
Don't rush it.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's good.
And yeah, if it's like, if I'm having trouble with a pose, there's ways to do it. There's the cheap, easy way of like, well, let's trace the AI. But there's also like, what I've now been working on, because I I'm late on making a new profile picture because normally I do that at the beginning of the year. Um, but what I was struggling to get like the proper proportion and everything, and so
Mhm.
it dawned on me. I was like, well, no, well, wait a minute. What if I just take a picture of myself and I trace myself, right?
That's a,
And so
that's fine.
yeah, and
Alex
so
Ross
that's what
does
I
shit like that.
yeah, that's what I was doing, and so I was like, oh, that works, like yeah, Alex Ross does it.
Get one of
Look,
those little those little statues you can pose around and stuff. That's what I got. And
no,
then you definitely want to practice gesture drawing.
the stat I used to have the statue. I might still do. I never found a proper like. I never found it helpful.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna look to see if there's more like advanced ones out there with
there
way
are.
more
There's like
forms of
highly
like.
detailed. There's like highly detailed like action figure, heavy articulated ones.
Yeah, because the one I got from like Walmart. And it's kind of lame. Like your leg doesn't barely move up at all.
But yeah,
You definitely want to practice gesture drawings a lot. That's gonna be really helpful for you. That really leveled up my art. I mean, my art's
I've
not
seen
shit, but
people talk about those mannequins and talk about how it's like those they really aren't helpful, and they're really not when you think about it because how unless you're able to fully draw based on something you're seeing and the angle that you're seeing it at, it's difficult to translate it into a 2D drawing.
well, that's why you understand like gesture and like depth and shit. It'll probably help you use the mannequin more.
But
But
I feel like
yeah,
it's easy.
I struggled with the mannequin too.
I feel like it's just easier to do it based on an actual 2D image or from your brain because like it's almost like it's the mannequin is just over complicating
Yeah,
things.
maybe. And and it's like it takes if you got to keep looking back and forth at something, then yeah.
Because like I feel like if I printed out like pictures of like bodybuilders, um, it's like if I'm drawing superheroes, I get like a bodybuilder, right? And I'm like, okay, this is what this arm muscle looks like. One of those books that you have of like arms at different poses and all that stuff. I feel like that's more helpful than the mannequin would be. I mean, the mannequin's like good for skeleton stuff, but the skeleton is just doing a stick figure. That's not so hard, like that's doing a stick figure, and it's relatively easier to do it. The difficulty comes from breaking it into like 3D polygons and stuff.
Mhm.
But
It
anyway, so
well, it's helpful for kind of get like making up your own gestures instead of having to like look shit up.
yeah, I mean, well, the problem is like with my how I want to draw is I want to draw like I'm like Jack Kirby and stuff, and so a lot of those early comics, those early Marvel comics, have rubber band gestures. The
Mhm.
mannequin can't do them,
Yeah,
like
the mannequin is limited, especially the one I got. If you would definitely want to get something way more advanced if you're gonna try to use it.
yeah, you basically just have to go off of like a line. That's why I find it best to do just the rough sketch of like this is what's I can picture it in my head. This is what it's looking like, and so I'm going to just do a really
Well, yeah,
crappy like
definitely instead of the mannequin, I
scribble.
would definitely suggest start doing gesture drawings and just looking up how to
Yeah,
do them. And
I do need to get back to practicing and stuff, especially when I was like when I used to copy the art from like the books and stuff. I noticed there was a lot of like upgrading from that, but definitely like I follow like pose people that I want to like do more drawings from and stuff like that. But I definitely got to because mainly it's like when I have time to work on something, it's like, well, I need to work on my preview book. But um there was news on that front that's very important. And that's that I was sitting there and I was like, I don't feel like drawing today, but I should do something. And I just randomly got like the thought in my head that I was like, hey, I should look into my trademark. And because the deadline on that's coming up, because I filed for it, the deadline's coming up, that I would either have to finish the book, put it out, or I have to pay for an extension. So I was looking it up, and I'm like, okay, what's the minimum amount of work that the trademark people will care about me putting out to sell in order to get the trademark? They were like Well,
Couldn't it
nothing.
just be a cover? Really, you could just sell like a picture of a cover with the name on it.
Technically no, because what I put in is for like comics, and comics need sequential panel art. But um what it amounted to do was like put the logo at the very top, make it big, and put out a page. Doesn't matter if it's even finished, doesn't matter if it's even colored, because art is subjective, so who cares? And as long as you can put it up for sale and you don't even have to charge money for it, it just has to be available for purchase.
So basically, you really just need 2 panels.
Yeah, you need like at least 4. So I already had part of the preview page done.
How many pages is it going to be?
Well, the preview book's going to be 4. The main book proper, not quite sure yet, because the script versus the panel script layout crap might change. I want to put in an after credit scene. I want to have maybe some like dedications. I want to have some it's like, so maybe 30 pages, something like that.
For the preview book?
For the main book proper.
Oh, okay.
The preview book is just
also
the preview
in
is
the
just
preview
4.
book, it's those 4 pages. They're not gonna be in the main book, right?
No,
Okay.
If I feel up to it, I might just add them in. They can go either way, but mainly it's just like a concept, like this is what you can look forward to, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
And then if we ever do like a collected edition, it's the prologue, right?
Right. Yep.
So anyway, so I went and I put a book up, a page, unfinished work in progress page, up for sale, and submitted that to the trademark office. So I now have, once they approve me, which will come in the next couple of months, I now have 10 years to make a book. So can take as much time as I fucking want.
Too.
So yeah, so it was very, very simple to get that done. And so pretty soon, in the next couple of months, once I know I get the approval, you'll be able to hear all about my books, what the name is, the characters, the story, all that stuff, because I've also made a Twitter, I've made a YouTube page.
Oh, nice.
I have all that stuff. So
are you gonna self-publish it?
Yeah, because it'll be like just available for digital, and then if it sells really well, I'll do physical. Well, for the main book proper, I'll do physical at some point, just because I want to be able to sell it within my hometown easy enough.
Yeah, I want to be able to hold that shit, dude.
Yeah, people will want to be able to. I'm sure a couple people will want a physical, but I'm not like.
So realistically, where we're at right now, what would selling really well? What's the number on that? Do you got a number on that? Like copies sold.
So,
if I sell 100, that is amazingly well for me now.
So I would say selling really well for the very first issue, if it's 30 something pages, if the art looks good, selling really well would be like 30. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't have it, because I'm looking at it more of like the cost that I put into it. So like to file for the trademark was $250, and to show the trademark office that I'm using it was another $150. So it's like
those are funds you should just be able to eat.
Yeah,
I know you're probably not making that kind of money right now, but no,
I mean,
it's not like shit on it.
Well, I mean, I'm making it, but it don't mean I like spending it, you know?
Yeah, that's not money you really want to spend.
You know, it's like it still hurts to spend it, you know, but the 250 I bought like forever ago, so that's okay. But you know, because you don't gotta throw the whole thing down at once unless you got the money to burn. And it's like, yeah, give me the whole trademark, give me the whole schmear, you know. Roygen's here. Hello, Roygen. But anyway, so
what's up, my boy?
If we're looking at like, I'm not looking at like, issue 1 needs to sell so much money. It's mainly like, okay, it's just it's just the fun of it. Like, it's like, yeah, I made a book. I can print out physical, and I can have a business in town sell them, and you know, they'll pay the upfront or whatever. We'll do cut the deal. They pay the thing, and they raise the price, whatever they want.
Yeah, that's what Andrew did.
Yeah, and so that'll just be fun to be like, yeah, here you go. And if those all sell out like crazy, then cool. If not, it's no big deal because they already paid me for it. And then with the digitals, there's audiences we can try to look at. It's just what matters is that the art has to look good. Because if the art looks like shit, then a lot of people are going to bounce right off of it. Some might not, but some might, But then we move on.
If your art is shit, you have to have like one of the best stories ever.
Yeah. Or I have to lower the price down to like a
right,
because I am gonna have the price relatively low for the digital, so it's gonna be like $3 for the book, even if it's 30 pages.
Nice.
It's gonna be three. Even if it's 30 pages, it's $3.
Yeah, I was thinking about making it free, but I am putting a lot of time and effort and heart into this, so it's like
don't do free. So I was gonna pull this up. I had it saved. But it's kind of funny. But it actually goes into talking about the games or talking about the comics. And I don't know if you've heard of Peak. It's a indie game that like a lot of like multiplayer people are kind of going crazy for.
What is it called?
It's called Peak.
No.
I just don't want this here Reddit to throw my email up.
But yeah, I think mine's. I'm trying to cut mine down short, but if I'm gonna make a good story, I'm probably looking around like 40, 50 pages for like $10. I feel that's fair.
So the Peak developers were talking about pricing, and this sounds like nonsense, but it's funny when you kind of like think about it. So they said, in a player's mind, what does it mean to spend $5? Well, that's $5. But $6, well, that's still $5. $4 is also kind of $5. He continued. $3 is $2, and $2 is basically free. Like, it sounds crazy, but it's like when you think about it, when it's like a game charges you $5, like, oh, that's $5. $6, that's still $5.
Mm-hmm.
$4 is also kind of $5. Like $4 can be a little steep. Like, $3 is just $2. Like, yeah, okay. And then $2 is basically free. Just like because it is like if something's $2, you're like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I might not initially even really want, but if I'm shopping and I see something that kind of piques my interest, that's like that price, I'm like, yeah, fuck that, I'll get it.
Yeah. So we've got these tiers. $12, that's $10, but $13 is $15. So it's like, so if it's $12, like, okay, that's 10. But if it's 13, oh no, it's too high. That's 15.
Yeah, that's why I think 10 would be a good price for what I'm putting out, because it's gonna be more pages. It's gonna be like 40, 50 pages.
And we found that $8 is still $5. Does it become $10? $7.99, that's $5, right? So $8 going to $5 is the biggest differential we could find in pricing. So we found it very optimal. Yeah, so it's like $8 is the highest you can go before it becomes $10.
Then we'll do 8 then.
Yeah, I just like that quote that it's like, and that is kind of like I said, when you're pricing these comics, what you kind of got to think about. And so with my thing, what I was thinking was, with my book has that old school kind of feel. If I could afford to, I'd make them fucking a dime and just be like, fuck it. But that's why I was like gonna do $1. But then like that thing says, like, well, $3 is basically $2, and $2 is basically for free. So might as well get $3.
Right, yeah, you want to push it, but not like feel like a ripoff at the same time.
Yeah. And that's why it's like, yeah, if the art's no good, then yeah, $3. At most, I'd go is probably $5, but I still really like doing 3, just because I want to have. I really want to find a way, if the website will do it, to do $3.03. That way, the price on the thing could be 3.03, and you turn 3.03 on its eye.
You dog.
And you get WOW. So
going meta, bro.
Yeah, that would be really fun. And just to have that, like, I want to have it printed on the cover like you would any comic book, right? The price is in the corner. And just have the 3.03. So, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so more to come with that at some point. Definitely, like, once it's secured, like I said, I got 10 years. So even if I somehow stumble upon a guy who can draw everything that I want to draw, like, and I can pay the fucker, it's like, here you go. like get it faster and it looks better and charge way more for it. But um, either way, so
The goal is full profit, in my opinion. Well, not full
I,
profit, but all revenue goes back to you.
yeah, we're gonna have yeah, that's really the best thing. I mean, that's why I like you do have the like for buying physical, you got to pay the printer, you know, but I do like the idea of fulfilling myself. I've done it before. I've done fulfillment, before, so it's like it's no big deal. Just like, yeah, here's the book, wrap it up in the paper, slap the label on it. I've done all that,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's not a problem. Um, throw some bull crap in there, maybe throw some stickers in there, throw like, ooh, I made a trading card, or ooh, I got a fucking button or some shit, like
I
have
saw
that.
the I don't know if you heard of that book, The Maniac, that Johnny Rocket's doing, but someone had a lighter with the Maniac on it. That shit looks so cool, dude.
Hmm.
Like a
Well,
flip, like a Zippo flip lighter. That shit look
if
badass.
if I'm gonna do it, if I'm gonna do a gimmick, I don't think I could do it with issue 1 unless I somehow like hit the ground running. But like a fucking coin, like a fucking doubloon,
Oh,
would be awesome.
that'd be perfect with like the pirate head on one side of the
Yeah,
coin, and then like a boat on
yeah,
the other side.
or something. Yeah, that could be something for like when we introduce the villain pirates, and then we'll have like one side's like got the captain of the heroes, the other side's got the captain of the villains, or something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Something to think about. Something, but mainly I
Oh,
want a
I would love to
T-shirt.
do like trading cards, like a deck of cards with all my characters. Would be fucking sick.
Yeah, you could do like a whole ass like fucking trading card game. Like have the fucking.
My one friend, we were doing D&D for a while, and he's making all kinds of like his own tabletop role playing games, and he wanted to do something with Gremlin World with that. So we're still kind of working on that a little bit. I think he kind of was like doing
At
other
some
shit now,
point,
but
at some point, we're gonna figure out how to do mutants and masterminds on here, but then we're gonna do it with. We'll do different campaigns with each person's comic world.
oh, that would be so fun, dude.
But anyway, yeah. So I definitely want I definitely want a T-shirt with my logo on it at some point, which I could do that relatively easily. But that's just having that green shirt with that logo, be like cool, like that's all that matters. But yeah, it is exciting to work on the comic stuff and have that kind of ball rolling. Even like besides the art stuff, doing the logistic sides of it. Anyway, Rocky Macabre is here. Says, "Fuck yeah, that game is dope." The Mutants and Masterminds. We were supposed to do a group stream out of it when we hit 200 subs, but then we all got too busy, so it didn't work out. And then Cynic left, and Jesker's fucking dead right now, so it's it wouldn't have worked out anyway. But I still have the the pirated copies of it sitting around. In the
How many?
bookmark.
I guess you would need. I guess you would be the GM, right?
Yeah, I'd be the GM. Yeah.
Dude, fuck it. Just I'll do it, bro. I'll do it
Yeah,
live by
yeah.
myself. You
You
just
just,
leave me
a
for chaos.
single campaign with just you. Well, that would be nuts because if it was like we were doing it, you'd be like, I do this. Like, no, Snowman, you can't do that. Fuck yeah, I do it though. You're like, no, I can't. It's not how that works. Roll the dice. I don't need to roll the dice. I just do it. I'm strong enough. I do it. Like, no, Snowman.
Nah, I'll play the game, bro. I know how to play the shit. It's fun.
I could do that. Like, no, Snowman. Not playing as you though. Yeah. We'll figure it out eventually. We might get new people around at some point. Who knows? So, anyway, let's start this show finally. Yeah. One thing that's kind of made its waves around and the ripples have kind of settled, but not on here. It hasn't. But the Masters of the Universe live action movie trailer. I have not seen this yet. I've seen some images from it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it fully yet.
I'm a relatively like I wouldn't even say Gray Cloudy Day is here. Says we love you, Wizard. Thank you.
What's up, brother?
I'm a relatively like
Hey, what am I, chopped liver?
Semi decent Masters of the Universe guy. Like I I grew up on the reboot, the 2003 reboot,
Mm-hmm.
and hit that like button, says Great Fighter. But I did go back and watch the original show. I have seen the Dolph Lundgren movie. I actually own it. It's behind me.
This
the
is
shelf
making me
right
want
now.
to go and watch that. I've never seen that one.
I also kind of want if this is good and we're starting to hear good stuff out of it, then I want to definitely like go back and watch some He-Man. Great Cloudy Day likes the co-host. Well, we don't have co-hosts on here. It's just me. I'm the only host.
Thank you, sir. I love you too, bro.
I have,
That's all I need to do.
you are a guest, Snowman. You are a guest. But anyway,
No, I'm the man.
I like the old movie. I watched it. I remember watching it and just thinking like, this isn't fucking He-Man at all. Like,
Going with Dolph
bullshit.
Lundgren.
Yeah. Like it's kind of He-Man, but it's like He-Man goes to Earth and Courtney Cox is there.
That's kind of like how this one is going to be, isn't it?
It's a reverse kind of. It's Earth guy goes to Eternia from what I've seen. But
Ah.
one of the earliest post-credit scenes in a movie, yeah, that didn't go anywhere.
Also, shout out to Dolph for being the first like multi-superhero guy. He was Punisher and He-Man.
The first multi-superhero. I suppose.
I said, I'm one of the first. I mean, who was before him?
Well,
doing
yeah,
that?
you would have to be. There was no one else that played two superheroes.
I mean, after him was Christopher Reeves, and then Michael Keaton, Brandon Lee. None of them did multiple fucking superheroes.
Well, before if we're talking just movies, because I would imagine that there was like fucking
Adam
Green-
West, maybe?
Adam West did, but like Green Hornet.
Yeah, but he wasn't Green Hornet.
But I know he wasn't Green. But I'm saying like around that era of like Adam West, Green Hornet. But yeah, there wasn't. Huh?
Pioneer, Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, Great Cloudy Day says it's a good point. Like, yeah, we can't disprove him. I can't fucking find a flaw in that statement.
It's like a straw man argument no one cares about. But hey, I found something kind of cool.
Well, because in general with superheroes, you don't get a whole lot of like. I mean, nowadays you get like
No blower.
Momoa and Idris Elba and all that. You'll get those like actors that play both sides, but
Back in the day, you were that guy.
back in the day, you didn't get that. I mean, with like specifically comic book people and
All right,
Would
what
be-
about this though? Peter Weller was RoboCop, but then went on to become Batman?
Batman. Yeah, but that was years later. So
That
doesn't
was years
count.
later.
Yeah. It was really just at the time him being He-Man and him being Punisher was a
Yeah, they were like back to back almost.
yeah.
It's like 89 and like 87.
We'll have to revisit this another time. I have to do some research on that.
That'd be fun.
Anyway.
Yeah,
so
He-Man's
like I
cool.
said-
I was never a huge He-Man guy, but I always like to see when it like comes back and like tries to do a reboot or something because I think it has some really cool character designs in there.
Yeah, He-Man's definitely like for as much as it is just like toy schlock, it's got when you see like when they adapt the original designs into comics and stuff with like gritty kind of not like over design, but keep the original spirit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But make it work. Like the Injustice versus He-Man book, which I still haven't read.
Oh, whoa. I need to check that out.
Yeah, so like the Injustice versus Master. This is really the last Injustice universe thing they ever did. Because then the third game got canceled, which I'm also 99% sure He-Man was supposed to be in that fucking game.
Man.
Injustice 3 as DLC. Because of this book. And then they took all of his stuff and gave it to Conan in fucking Mortal Kombat 1. But that is true.
Yeah, He-Man's cool because he's
Michael Keaton played the Vulture and he played
true.
That was years later though.
But that was years later, yeah. And he was Birdman, but that movie's not really comic booky.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it
know.
is comic booky, but it's not based off anything. But the fuck was I going? But He-Man's really cool too because he is like the first like comic booky sword and sorcery guy. I mean, I guess you had Flash Gordon. Oh, that's
It
a dope
wasn't. I mean,
cover.
wasn't Conan a comic book sword and sorcery guy?
He was no, he came from the books, like the Edgar Rice Burroughs books. But I mean, more like the comic book aesthetic, and they got like,
Yeah,
I guess they don't really have powers or anything, but
he's got power. He's got super strength, and he's can kind of blast stuff out of his. So he can do
yeah,
whatever the
true,
plot
yeah,
demands him to do.
yeah. But I need to read all those old Conan books because they're like, it's like love. He fights like Lovecraftian monsters and shit.
Yeah, yeah. Just like the way that you can like translate these like designs into gritty looks, and it's like that's what you should like. That's the best simplicity character designs are the ones that are like just simple for a kid to draw, and then when someone wants to go hard with it, you can just do it without over designing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's how. Well, I'm a limited skill set artist right now, but I try to keep my designs pretty simple too because it's
yeah,
more memorable.
Robert E. Howard.
Oh yeah, my bad. What
I mean,
is?
is pretty much the epitome of sword and sorcery. But Snowman meant more in like comics than like because
Yeah, I meant more like comic booky, like there's like super villains and like costumes and shit. But yeah, 100%.
Anyway, back to the trailer.
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime
It's Edgar
stories.
Rice Burroughs.
Look at that! Look at that Castle Grayskull.
Yeah, that looks great, man.
That looks cool. I'll give him that.
Talking tigers, spaceships.
I also love how because you do have that with Eternia. It has that kind of sci-fi with the fantasy.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
And honestly, I took a lot of inspiration from that for like as little as I know from He-Man, but it's like I want a mix of like modern technology and old architecture and shit.
Yeah, that's why I always like I'll always talk shit on fucking Thor Ragnarok, but I say it's the best live action He-Man movie we've gotten so far. Like got the fantasy and the sci-fi and all the bright fucking colors and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Spaceships and magic swords that can make a man as mighty as a god.
Sword
Where
looks
I
great
come
too.
from, that stuff is real. Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be safe.
Okay, so he's gonna be from Eternia, but he gets sent to Earth and grows up on Earth and has to come. Okay, so that's better than him just being a guy that comes to Eternia.
Right, yeah.
No place in it that they don't find you. There's
Yeah, that is. I know people were like talking about like, why does He-Man have pronouns? They said He-Man's had pronouns since fucking like he first came on. His name's literally
He is
He-Man.
man. But also I think it's gonna be a send up of like all the current like bullshit like that.
I don't think so. I think this is just a simple.
Well, this specifically is gonna be making fun of some kind of shit like that.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Like,
This obsession with nerd stuff and sword things, it's not a good look for human resources.
I know it sounds crazy, but that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry, the sword's mine.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
and fucking Tila is like actually has some red in her hair. Like it's kind of like a reddish brown.
Yeah. I get what people are saying. It's like, why not just make the movie on Eternia? It's like, I get that complaint.
It's the same thing with the original one, with the original movie. It's cheaper to film on Earth.
Yeah. But then don't make the movie then if you can't make it basically. But this does look pretty cool so far.
I mean, it looks more like it starts on Earth, and it's meant to more like introduce Eternia to like, He-Man's our like audience stand into Eternia. He's going to introduce like, wow, it's Aquaman. They're doing the plot of Aquaman, Snowman. I just realized it. I just fucking realized this is the plot of Aquaman.
A
Look at
man out of water.
Like he's literally like he's going back to the kingdom to like reclaim his throne. And
Yeah.
he's gonna pick up the trident and the armor, and there's the fucking Mira chick right there, and like you got to defeat the
is.
evil Ocean Master Skeletor and
Yeah, if it's a smash hit too, I'm sure then they'll just do the second one fully on
Eternia. Yeah.
Eternia.
And then we get the Suicide Squad here. We get Cringer. We get Man at Arms played by Idris Elba. And this one they said the name of, but the name doesn't jump out at me on like what character this was supposed to be. Maybe
Well, I'm not looking at it right now.
it's the big robot guy.
Oh yeah, I only know a few of the characters named like Trapjaw, He-Man.
Yeah, well, Trapjaw is the villain.
Skeletor.
This isn't Ram Man. This isn't Manny Faces. This isn't Extended Neck.
Oh yeah, Man of Faces.
Roboto. That's what it's Roboto. Okay.
Yeah, who's that guy next to him? Actually, is that
This is Man at Arms. This is
Okay.
Elba's Man at Arms. And they have the statue of King Randor right here.
the CGI looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's funny because this looks almost like those like AI movie things you'd see of like He-Man movie, right? I do like how they explain Adam's pink shirt that you'd always see him in. That's funny.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice touch. But Man at Arms looks good. The costume looks good.
Yeah, he's basically gonna be playing Bloodsport, I imagine.
Yeah.
The same character. But I do like, just like I said, how vibrant this movie is. Like, if this would have been 10 years ago, this would have been dark, gritty, and serious. And maybe that's what
it
people
would have
wanted.
definitely been Snyder doing it too, for sure.
Yeah, it would have been He-Man was a Christ figure, and
He kills his whole team, like the first scene.
Glenn is here. Hello, Glenn. What a nice little.
Hello, Glenn. Glenn's the ultra
What am I
troll,
supposed
dude.
to do?
Yeah, if we're gonna do CG, oh shit!
Look at
Now
him.
that looks nice.
That is-
Although I just recently found out who's playing him, and
Yeah.
hot take, I actually kind of like Jared Leto in a lot of his roles, but for Skeletor, man, I don't know about that one.
Well, someone said that was like, when you look at this picture of like, here's regular Skeletor, he's just gonna be a voice. They're like, why couldn't you just cast like Mark Hamill? He
Or
did the voice-
it's a crazy, like fucking, like crazier voice than
Yeah.
Leto.
Like Mark Hamill did the voice in, I think, the newer Netflix revival or something.
No,
And,
but that's
like-
fucking. Was that the Kevin Smith one, which was absolute garbage?
Yeah, but that was due to the writing. Like, you can't blame.
Yeah. I didn't know him was the voice of Skeletor. That's pretty cool. Even though he's a fucking lunatic now too, but
Yeah, he always has been though.
his voice, yeah, his voice acting is great. He's got a crazy range. But yeah,
Trying to find
Fisher's
a voice
you could have gotten a way cooler voice than that. Like fucking I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, dude, don't use Leto for his voice.
Yeah. I hope he does some kind of Skeletor voice, you know. Jared Leto does method acting, so that means he's literally like doing the like, you brainless boob. Until
Just
we meet
like
again.
a woman.
And he's gonna be doing all that stuff. But this shot here is just fucking cool though.
Oh, it looks great, dude.
Take the sword and protect them.
Evil in.
Nice. Man, his costume was good too. He could be a little more jacked. One of my coworkers was like, I mean, he's just not big enough. And I was like, yeah, he is a little on the smaller side.
Yeah, but really what you would do if you were doing that is you have a different actor play He-Man. Like
Right.
Adam's this guy. Then he turns into He-Man, becomes a different guy. That was something the reboot did, and that's the way you do it. With the original show, it was like, gee, Adam, how could you be the mighty He-Man? And it's like they're the same fucking guy, you know. And it's like,
He's like, cause I'm 400 pounds jacked as shit as hell.
yeah. Then we have Beast Man. Like the movie is S tier now because fucking Beast Man's here.
Yeah, this
Look at
looks
him.
cool, dude. This is what Superman wishes it was.
No, come on. Everyone like the stream. Don't forget like the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. We got
And hail the
10
chat.
people watching right now. Please give us your thoughts about He-Man. Let's
Wait, Beefy Bites. Arnold wasn't right for Conan because he's way short. Who's short, Conan or Arnold? Arnold was like 6 foot.
I think Conan's short. Like I could believe that being like a Wolverine type deal, but like Hugh
That's how my
Jackman wasn't
Rogan's
right for
gonna be.
Wolverine, and he was a big deal. Ooh, Arnold's too short.
Yeah, it's crazy. I thought Arnold was at least like 6 foot. Yeah.
Are you excited for the Masters of
Well, at some point, Beefy, you're gonna have to compromise. What 7 foot jacked actor is gonna be available to play Conan? Yeah, but Hugh Jackman definitely way too tall. Like I'll always say it anytime it's brought up. I would have loved to seen Bob Hoskins Wolverine, man. That would have been fucking insane.
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins. He was Mario in the Super Mario Brothers.
I know. I get you. I'm with you.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Smee.
Yeah, I always forget about that.
Yeah, we were here when we were talking about Peter Pan and all that. I don't think
Yep.
we were.
Yeah, it got me curious to watch some of those adaptations again.
Yeah, fucking Beast Man. Got weird ass spikes on his body.
Yeah, this looks fucking cool, and the CGI is not bad.
Yeah, and then we see here, this looks like, I don't think it's Ram Man, but there is a guy with like big fists. I don't remember. I gotta get back to my He-Man lore. Yeah, it'll be all the cameos and stuff, and all the other characters will be interesting to see. And then there's the shot when he actually pulls the "I have the power." Evil Lynn looks exactly like the show. Like that's really cool. I don't like that Cringer. I don't like. You know what? Hot take. Cringer's too brave. He should be throwing on the fucking armor. He should be fucking Battle Cat here, being all cool.
Who is Cringer?
That's the name of the cat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's got a dumb name.
Cringer's like, well, because as Cringer, he's like a coward. He's all like, ooh, like, gee, Adam, like this is scary. And then when they go the full "I have the power," and he shoots him with the thing, and he becomes Battle Cat. Then he becomes awesome. Like literally right here, it's like it's with the gray skull behind him and the lightning. Like this is literally the fucking intro to the show.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I think his build's all right. He's jacked.
Yeah, he's not tiny by any means, but I mean, I'm gonna be way bigger than him, but maybe a little bit bigger. But that's hard to find an actor who's jacked and who can play the role.
Yeah, a lot of them, they got to be just complete. Like I know people wanted Chris Hemsworth for the longest time, and he was cast for this movie for a while, but it kept falling through. But I think having a younger guy is good. Nicholas Galitzine. He's 31 years old. He's 6 foot. Sorry, Snowman, you cannot cannot measure up.
Oh, I could be thicker and wider than him, but definitely not taller.
You can play.
I can get a hype BBL. They're calling them these days, where I extend my legs like those retards are doing.
Yeah, and then never lose your ability to walk. Will Cringer talk? I don't know. I don't know what they'll do with Cringer. because it does seem like they're just jumping straight to him being Battle Cat, and he'll get his armor at some point. Like the movie, the ending shot will be He-Man sitting on Cringer with the armor on, and it'll be like cool. The action and fight choreography looks amazing, I'll say. Like the fact that this is also happening when it's fucking bright. You can actually see the fight going on.
Oh yeah, it looks nice with the purple, dude. That shit looks sick.
Yeah, and how you can actually like see the fight and the motion and it, like this is some like Sam Raimi stuff going on here.
Like I
who's
said,
doing it?
it's what James Gunn wishes Superman was.
Again, you got James Gunn. Superman literally does a shot like this. Where
No,
he punches the guy in the guy's
He-Man is the
camera.
blueprint, dude.
He-Man was the first Superman.
No, I was doing the Zack Snyder thing where everyone says Zack Snyder's the blueprint.
Yeah. Zack Snyder He-Man movie would have been fucking awful. Trying to see. So Travis Knight is doing he's the director. What has he done? IMDb didn't fucking suck. Oh, he's like the that's interesting. He's the stop motion guy. He did Kubo and the Two Strings. He's the producer on Paranorman and Box Roll and
Who is he for this film?
also so he's the director of Bumblebee. That's his other big claim to fame.
Oh,
He's
okay.
the producer of other things. He directed Kubo and the Two Strings, directed Bumblebee. He's the director of this movie. I just wanted to know.
Oh, okay. Oh, if he did Bumblebee. Oh,
Yeah.
Are we gonna talk about the writer for DC's Batman at all? By
Yeah,
any
we do.
chance?
I do have that on the thing. today.
Excellent. More James Gunn hate for me.
So yeah, Jesker's not here to go to bat, so it's gonna be me and you in the cage.
Fuck yeah.
But anyway, so this He-Man movie, like I didn't have high hopes for it. We talked about it on the channel when it was announced long ago, but I don't like seeing this. The set design, like this right here is when he's like fighting. Well, for one, just Snake Mountain in general, and how he's standing here looking like fucking Darth Vader on the Mustafar. Like that.
Yeah, the CGI looks great. I mean, the shots look great. I like how colorful it is.
Yeah, how Skeletor looks exactly like how Skeletor would
Looks
look
fucking
like.
badass.
Like this is like when you look at like the original Skeletor, from the Master of the Universe '87 movie, and granted, this is it. He's something. I mean, the actor's good from what people praise about it, but you know, like this is what Skeletor looked like in the other movie. I mean, he's
He
not
looks hard as
bad.
fuck there too, though.
Yeah, like OG movie did Skeletor well too. Yeah, like he's not bad. He's a bit different.
He's not Skeletor really. Well, in the face at least. But that's Skeletor.
Yeah, this is the movie that literally every He-Man person that wanted live action He-Man, this is what they've been picturing in their heads. Like this is what He-Man's looked like. You know, and then like the group of everyone, and then we're even getting more people with this big group fight later. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like there was more people that they showed. Yeah, just the fact. Well, we get Beastman is on Earth. We're getting that. Yeah, and Evelyn, and we do see the sorceress's eagle at the very beginning, right? This is the sorceress as in her bird form, but we don't see her in the trailer because the mom is not the sorceress. That would make sense. So, anyway, so yeah, definitely. Someone threw out some guesses that it's like they have to do this, right? And one of them is that when we're on Earth or something, there's gonna be a moment where that song's gonna play. That was part of the meme of He-Man, you know, the like, and I say, hey, That one. There's gonna be a
Oh,
point
he
where
took might
this,
be listening to it in his office, like with his
yeah, like
headphones on
that
or
song
something.
is going to be in this movie at some point. What's
I mean, if they're
going
doing the
on?
he him little joke there, I'm sure it possibly could be in there.
Yeah, they got to do that. And another one someone said is that the after credit scene has to be like She-Ra or something. Maybe you say She-Ra for the third one, but I don't know. Like I feel like you have to set up She-Ra.
I'm not
For
familiar with
something.
She-Ra either. He's another one of the villains.
No, She-Ra is his Supergirl basically. It's his cousin. She was basically
Don't need that woke bullshit, bro.
She-Ra was the girls' version of He-Man, like for them to watch.
See, they're the blueprint for woke, even right there.
Buy their toys and stuff. And then she had that Netflix show that people liked, but it was like gay and got canceled. But original She-Ra though, original She-Ra. But yeah, so that will be.
This Kevin Smith is a fucking hack idiot.
Well, he didn't do this one. This wasn't Kevin Smith's thing. This was a different. This was a different Netflix thing.
I said
It's
what I said,
basically
and my point still
because
stands.
of this show is what got that Netflix He-Man show basically.
Although for the record, I do love Tusk. I fucking love that movie. Have you seen Tusk?
No.
Oh, it is fucking wild. But other than that, Kevin Smith sucks. But yeah, this looks great. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, this definitely will be the movie to look out for. So it's coming out June time. So I'll definitely have to go and see this in theaters. And I think this will be pretty. I mean, it's coming in a stacked year already, but it'll be probably high on the list.
Well, what else do we got coming in the summer, though? And this a stacked year. What do we got? Batman's not coming out this year, is it?
Well, Avengers is coming out this year.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right.
Literally, Avengers is the like.
That's out in May, right?
Probably, yeah. Avengers is Marvel movies the movie. Spider-Man is also coming out this year as well.
Oh, I'm still very interested because of kind of how on the fence I am about it. Actually, it's like I'm curious to see how they do Hulk, even though I don't think he fits at all in the movie right now.
Yeah, we really have to see what they do with all that. Let's go into some gaming talk a little bit here. We'll swing back to our superhero movie stuff in a bit. Rocky McCobb says, I still like Mallrats and Dogma last I checked.
Yeah, Dogma's dope too. I always forget about Dogma. Dogma's cool.
Like Kevin Smith's all right. I think I can't think of anything recently, but I mean,
my big gripe with Kevin Smith is he can't write Batman for shit. And he made him piss his fucking pants in the year one scene when he blows a hole through the wall and he's like, gentlemen, you have eaten well. And Kevin Smith made him, he's like, dude, I was so scared during that moment that I peed my pants. I'm like, nope, you're a fucking hack forever for that, you fucking idiot. But anyway.
Yeah. Kevin Smith fell off a long time ago and all he does is cry about shit.
Yep, that too.
So, anyway, in the world of gaming, you know, one of the companies that I've probably given most of my money to over the years is Ubisoft. And you know, we covered on the show that they possibly have gotten bought out recently, and it seems to be the case that that is continuing. We haven't heard any confirmation from it, but news is breaking that they have canceled 6 games and delayed 7 others to ensure quality, they say.
More like Ubisoft got them.
Announce additional layoffs on February 12th. So we did have news from that confirmation that the Prince of Persia remake got canceled very far along into development, which was strange. And there is some stuff about where was it here? There's obviously there's footage of the game. They were in the final bug fixing phase before it got canceled. Like they could have released the game. south of the border Panda asked, didn't the actor for Hulk get fired recently? I saw that on a
Ruffalo?
Ruffalo. I saw that on like a Twitter thing, but that's not like a real thing.
You know, for a woke libtard, I actually like Ruffalo. I think he's a great actor.
So anyway.
But yeah, get another Hulk in there though. He's the bitch's Hulk.
Well, I mean, like,
And that's not his fault.
What they need to do is have him not be the Hulk. He's fine as Banner, and he's fine as like motion capture for the Hulk, but like him talking as like a Ruffalo Hulk is a terrible thing and ruin the
Eric
whole Hulk.
Bana, bro, still my favorite Hulk. That movie gets a lot of shit, but I fucking love that movie, and Eric Bana is the man.
I still haven't seen that movie.
I fucking love it, dude. Definitely watch it.
So there's even like gameplay of the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake. That
And
there's, like,
speaking of
stills
Prince of
and
Persia,
stuff.
for anyone who hasn't played the originals on the PC, like the side scrollers, definitely check them out. Bangers.
Yeah, they just did like that side scrolling one recently. I can't remember the name of.
Oh, really? Is it on consoles?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Check that one out.
It was like their return to the side scrolling.
It's like way more of a puzzle platformer, and like the combat, you had to be super precise.
What was that? Prince of Persia. Lost Crown? Is that what it is?
Check it out.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's like
Lost Crown.
the originals.
Yeah, so it's a side scrolling platformer type thing, but I remember people like talking about it. Prince of Persia fans, I think, liked it, but it kind of didn't go much anywhere.
Do well.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a Ubisoft game. It's not gonna really
sell well.
Yeah. And that's really what we're seeing here with these cancellations, you know, from
Cynic seems to think you have a drinking problem.
Yeah, I see him in there.
I rubbed off on you. You bastard.
Yeah. I got people say I got a drinking problem, but I got no problem drinking at all.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah, that's a country song.
I'm gonna start using that when I wake up under a bus.
Another a game that surprisingly survived was Beyond Good and Evil 2. Still in development. It survived the game cancellation. The game was announced over 17 years ago. They are still working on it.
Never got around to playing the original.
I don't even know anything about this game or that's original because of the fact that all you hear from it is that it was this just game's been developed. Like they put out the CGI trailer for it like literally years ago, and it was like, yeah, here's the thing we're making on. Which that's why like game companies don't just put out the CGI trailer. Okay, you pay some animation studio to make a trailer for your thing based on your concept art. We're like, look at this game coming out. It's like there's no game here. There's no game.
Yeah, and enough with the CGI cinematic trailers in the fucking first place. I just want trailers of gameplay. I'm watching a game trailer, not a fucking movie trailer.
You can show CGI. You can show CGI trailer, but you have to have gameplay within like 3 months.
Yeah, and you better have the gameplay first fucking thing in the trailer. I don't want a minute-long intro of CGI cinematics. I want to see the gameplay.
Yeah. Like announce the game with the CGI trailer, that's okay. Then when it's then you got 3 months. You can't wait any longer. You got 3 months.
You have 3 seconds.
Then you show the gameplay. Well, because a lot of these shows they announce it, you know, they gotta announce the thing and then they do that, you know, and so anyway, so yeah, so that was just the that was the news really. Well, we do also have that the Watch Dogs franchise is
I never played any of their games really.
Completely dead.
Yeah.
Because the last game, Watch Dogs Legion, was so bad. Like I own all of them. I played through Watch Dogs 1 twice. I do like Watch Dogs 1. I think it is the best of them because of Well, for one, it's like it takes place in Chicago, which you don't really get to play a lot of games take place in Chicago. So it's like, oh, you know, like this. I'm from Illinois, so it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then Watch Dogs 2 takes place in San Francisco. It goes from being a gritty vigilante story to being a like goofy, wacky, like Silicon Valley type thing, and so that kind of is weird. And then you get the Watch Dogs Legion, which was just this weird British fuck ass thing, and it was like the story's so
fuck
ass.
the UK. We whooped y'all asses.
It's just weird. It was just a weird direction. And then they brought back the guy from Watch Dogs 1 in the DLC, and the DLC is the best part of the game. And then they
Unless
did
anyone in the chat is from UK, you're cool.
Then they did an Assassin's Creed crossover, and that was all right. But anyways, yeah. So Watch Dogs, really, it got its third game. It got its time in the sun. Yeah, I didn't even know there was a third Watch Dogs. Yeah, so Watch Dogs Legion's gimmick was that you could play as any of the characters, because you could any character you saw on the street, you could recruit to join the Watch Dogs, and then once they joined the team, you could play as them, and you could customize them and change their outfits and stuff. And so once they did that, you know, like you could do that. So you could really turn like one of the villains if you wanted to, like one of the guards for the bad guys.
They did the Division as well, right?
Division, yeah.
That's a shame that didn't blow up, because I'd actually be interested in playing that one.
That's kind of a cool mechanic. Yeah, like it's cool. It just doesn't get, because what they then do is they have all the characters are bare bones. There's no fleshing them out. They have weird like British voices, but they use like computers to like make each one different so that they're different characters, but they're like, it's really just like a total of like 6 voices. It's really annoying. A better studio with more time could have done something better with it, but besides that one gimmick, there is just nothing in that fucking game. So yeah, so Watch Dogs completely dead and buried, except for the fact that they are making a movie, and the director, writer, wherever he is of the movie, filmmaker, Watch Dogs. So yeah, so he hinted that it's like, the franchise isn't completely dead because they are still contracted to make this movie. So, I mean, we've been having a good run with video game adaptations so far, or at least we did, because I hear that that Silent Hill movie was ass from what I'm hearing. So,
Which one?
They did a brand new. It's called Return to Silent Hill. It's a live action adaptation of Silent Hill 2, which should have been a slam dunk, but apparently
when this happened,
they fucked it up. So let's go on this.
Because the first Silent Hill was pretty fucking good. The atmosphere was insane, and it had one of the craziest horror scenes ever. When Pyramid Head rips that bitch's skin off from just head to toe, rips her fucking skin off. That was nuts.
See if I can find the Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, so Return to Silent Hill, like I said, is an adaptation of Silent Hill 2. Fuck out of here, Rotten Tomatoes shit.
When was it like straight to Netflix or something?
No, I think it's now in theaters. Yeah, it's got 20% from the critics and 29% on the viewers. Rotten. This is your James right here. Brings the iconic horror franchise back to the screen. When James receives a mysterious letter from his lost love, Mary, he is drawn to Silent Hill, a once familiar town now consumed by darkness. As he searches for her, James faces monstrous creatures and unravels a terrifying truth that will push him to the edge of his sanity.
That movie got literally no promotion.
No fanfare whatsoever. This, like I said, this is a slam dunk. You adapt Silent Hill 2. Everyone loves Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, dude. How do you fuck up with the Pyramid Head? It's like one of the most iconic horror franchise monsters of all time.
Yeah. And this is literally the only story where Pyramid Head makes sense.
Yep.
But he's in all the other movies because of course he is. Let's see if I saw that there was like changes or something that people were like, what the fuck is this?
I still might have to check it out to see how bad it is.
Da, da, da.
Where can I watch it? Where can we watch
Right,
this slop?
right now it's still out there in the theaters.
Oh, it came.
Uh,
It came out just recently. Holy shit!
Yeah. January. This article was from January 23rd. Like I think it came out within the
Holy
week. So
fuck! There's not
here's an
literally
IGN.
nothing being promoted about this shit.
So spoilers for Silent Hill, Return to Silent Hill, because this IGN has a thing. What was and wasn't changed in Silent Hill 2 adaptation. Silent Hill, Summer Renaissance, going to the old movies. Will certainly be scrutinized by fans how closely it sticks to the source material. For his part, Gantz has affirmed his love for the original game, calling the new film an adaptation created out of the deep respect for a true masterpiece of a game, Konami's iconic Silent Hill 2. But now that the fog's cleared and the movie is out in the wild, we have to ask, does Return to Silent Hill really understand Silent Hill 2? Let's take a look. Silent Hill 2 and its 2020 remake both tell the story of James Sunderland. Kills his wife in denial. Like most of the other games in the series, Silent Hill 2 doesn't involve the mystery of the Order, the town's resident evil cult. Instead, focuses squarely on the personal story. Return to Silent Hill is a faithful rendition of the same core premise. Jeremy Irving plays James Sunderland. Hannah Emily Anderson plays Mary and a few other characters, but we'll get to that. The movie does indeed feature James going to Silent Hill to look for many of the game's locations, such as the opening parking lot overlooking the woods, Brookhaven Hospital, the Heaven's Night Strip Club, and the Lakeview Hotel are present and serve similar functions in the narrative. Many of the game's monsters, such as the lying figures, Bubblehead nurses, the Abstract Daddy, and Pyramid Head himself, are all ripped straight from the game. So that's pretty cool. Series composer Akira Yamaoka even returns to write the film's musical score, looking for a fidelity to the sight and sound of Silent Hill 2. Return to Silent Hill is covered. So like that's already like just that. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. We'll
execution. You could read maybe some of one of the reviews.
But they go into the more about how like what's changed. But there's more of the story than visuals and music. There's also characters and themes. This is where Return to Silent Hill makes some serious changes. There's nothing inherently wrong with altering things when adapting to a new medium. A film probably shouldn't include James wandering through woodside apartments for an hour trying to solve puzzles. The first Silent Hill movie took many elements from Silent Hill 1, but also invented new characters out of whole cloth, like main protagonist Rose Silva, and heavily reimagined others like Dahlia, whatever.
Dude, and honestly, I would love to see some weird puzzle solving in some Resident Evil and Silent Hill movies. That would be cool, because they haven't done it, first of all.
Yeah.
And it would be interesting to see how they adapt that.
That worked fine because that movie was more of a sibling to the games rather than a direct translation of any particular entry in the series. Return to Silent Hill is generally trying to be a new version of Silent Hill 2, but not every change it makes for the better. In the original game, players encounter Maria, a doppelganger of Mary, shortly into the adventure. She's dressed provocatively and is flirtatious towards James, tempting him to stray from his search for Mary to be with her instead. The player is even tasked with keeping her safe during certain sections of the game. Maria is not a separate character from Mary so much as a manifestation of James's sexual frustration after losing his wife. And how the player treats Maria affects how the ending plays out. Maria appears in Return to Silent Hill, also played by Hannah Emily Anderson. However, not only is Maria's role in the film much smaller than you might expect if you played the game, but Anderson also plays another character that Silent Hill fans will recognize, and this is where things start to fall apart. Anderson doesn't just play Mary and Maria, but also Angela, who is the original game is not the same character as Mary. Angela is one of a handful of supporting characters James run into during the quest. So she plays the black-haired girl. Okay. And she has her own subplot that runs parallel to the main story. Inflating Angela and Mary doesn't just remove the purpose that Angela served in the game, but it also leads into one of the movie's more problematic choices, which is working the Order back in as part of the plot. In the film, Mary gets a new backstory. She's the daughter of a high-ranking member of the Order, and her unseen father groomed her to be one kind of vessel for the cult's shady ceremonies. Mary's terminal illness is a result of her being poisoned by the cult, and we meet other members who present themselves to James as Mary's friends, but are actually using her for the new. Like, I get that it doesn't fit with the rest of Silent Hill stuff, but you didn't need the cult in Silent Hill 2 just works so well apart from all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you didn't need to try to work in cult shit into it. Making Mary a victim of her father and the Order clashes with James's journey deriving from his guilt over killing Mary.
And it's kind of what they did with they're kind of like even hacking off of the first Silent Hill movie, because I think there's some cult aspects in that one too.
Yeah, because that's the whole point of Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I thought it was more just
Yeah,
like it's
so
all in the characters' heads and shit.
no, so basically,
Because I've only
Silent
played the
Hill.
second one, and I've seen the
Well, that's
first
the thing.
movie.
That's the thing with the Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 is a complete and total departure. There is nothing like it. But from what I gathered, basically like the magic of Silent Hill being like this torturous hell thing is really only Silent Hill 2 thing. But the rest of it, there's like weird cult magic shit. And that's with the rest of the stuff. Like Silent Hill the movie is an adaptation of Silent Hill 1, more or less. Like it's a parallel story to that, the game set.
Right.
But that's why like people love Silent Hill 2 so much, is because this premise of like this man going to this town and he left to deal with all this inner demon stuff that you don't even find out about, you know, all this shit. It's intriguing, and that's what makes Silent Hill so cool. There's so many people that just like play only Silent Hill 2 and it doesn't matter and you're fine. Like, so
yeah, I still need to get the remake of that.
Well, flashbacks with James and Mary before her death make sense for film adaptation. These additions subtract from the personal narrative Silent Hill 2 is supposed to represent. Making Mary a victim of her father in the order clashes with James's journey deriving from his guilt of killing Mary. Mary even asks him to kill her in this version. Mary even asked him to kill her in this version so that she can be free of the suffering caused by the cult's abuse. That completely goes against the whole point of the fucking game. What is that?
Yeah, that's at some point, directors, it's like, get out of your own fucking ass, dude. You need to faithfully adapt like the core of the story and shit before you start changing shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so James killing Mary, yeah. Doesn't, as discussed previously, James went in a few other characters while searching for Mary. I've already mentioned Marie and Angela, but there's also Eddie and Laura. All 4 characters are technically in Return to Silent Hill, but their importance has been severely downplayed. Maria is only a companion to James for the film's second act and is killed by Pyramid Head in the labyrinth. Instead of coming back to life later like she does in the game, Maria is gone from the film after that, with James never really acting like he's ever interested in her at any point. Angela's subplot without being sexually abused by her father is consolidated to Mary's backstory being used by the Order, although whether her father also abused her the same way isn't made clear, despite the brief appearance of the abstract daddy monster that's supposed to symbolize it. Yeah,
Abstract Daddy Monster is a fantastic band.
Well, that's the name of the monster, the Abstract Daddy. That's what it's called. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically the gist of it. But yeah, that's real. That just is not. That is not good to hear, because you know, like you can't keep fucking that up. You know, Marvel. You can't, or not Marvel. Fucking video game adaptations can't just keep fucking that up. And
just tell the fucking story how it is. It's all people want to see.
Yeah. Yeah, like you have like, especially with these video games, the blueprint is there. Just do the blueprint. You'll be fine. You've done it before. Just do it again. You know, like just copy the thing. It's right there. You know, who gives a shit? So anyway. Let's get into this DC stuff. Well, first let's start with what we promised a few weeks ago. We never got to, or promised last week, but the Spider-Man Superman crossover stories. Marvel and DC continuing their partnership after their Deadpool and Batman was halfway decent, because I hear the first one was bad, but the second one was better.
That's still a strange. Even Spider-Man and Superman is a strange team up to me.
I mean, these are literally the 2 fucking superheroes between.
That is the only reason why you team them together. Superman, absolutely. There's nothing to pose any threat from Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery to Superman.
I mean, you get Green Goblin teaming up with Lex Luthor, you're gonna get some bullshit.
Maybe, yeah.
And that's literally what the plot of this book is. But anyway.
But that's like way too obvious. It's like, yeah, of course, that's like the only thing you can do.
The all-new crossover one-shot featuring stories by Brad Meltzer, Pepe Larraz, Brian Michael Bendis, Jeff Johns, Jason Aaron, Russell Dauterman, and more arrives this April. Here's what to expect. In the shadow-laden 1930s, Spider-Man Noir encounters the original Golden Age Superman as told by Dan Slott and Marcos.
Now that's cool, but Dan Slott is trash, and so is Bendis these days.
So yeah, I do like this. I do like when they go different with it. Like we're not just doing Spider-Man Superman, we're doing
Shit like that. You got to
this
get
specific,
experimental.
this 40s. Yeah.
Do something outside the box, and that's cool.
Symbiote hordes invade Metropolis as a new War of the Realms ignites, and Jason Aaron and Russell Dowderman's epic reunion starring Jane Foster as the mighty.
Oh, you fucked it. You fucked it again.
Wonder Woman and more. But still, like Jason Aaron, like you made Gore, Jason. Like you can do other things besides fucking Jane Foster Thor.
Mm-hmm.
This hasn't been a thing in the comics since for like 10 years.
Yeah, no one wants it, dude.
Yeah, Fleischer Superman and Spider-Man Noir.
Man, those Fleischer cartoons, man. It is such a shame animation is not what it is anymore, man.
Rocky does point out that the old crossover, like the first Marvel DC crossover, was Superman and Spider-Man.
You said it was Spider-Man and Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do something fucking different.
Yeah. Well, it's mainly like this is unprecedented in this era. So anyway, Spider-Man Miles Morales teams up with Superman in a tale by Miles' legendary co-creators Brian Michael Bendis, who recently made his grand return to Marvel. Spider-Man.
I mean, he hasn't
again,
been putting good shit out.
Maybe it's racist of me to say, but if you're gonna do this, do the one black Superman that people pretended to care about a couple years ago.
Do fucking Miles Morales and Steel, dude. That would have been made way more sense.
Oh yeah, Steel. Yeah, Steel would be a good one. Rocky says cartoons are shit compared to what they once were. Well, to the credit of Fleischer, it's a famous story. He did not want to do Superman. He didn't want to do that show. And so they came to him like, hey, we want all these shorts made for the Superman thing. He's like, all right, give me $1 million an episode because I don't want to fucking do it. So here's an absorbent amount of money you're not going to pay me. They're like, all right,
it out of the fucking park.
We'll pay all that money. And they go, all right. So they had like just unlimited fucking budget to do that animation. That's why it looks so good. It's just
they could do that now too. The craft is just dead, man.
So Amalgam comics are crazy. Some of them are good. Yeah, I gotta read the crossovers, the Amalgam stuff.
The first Batman and Deadpool is trash. You absolutely do not need that one. Haven't read the one.
I'm talking about the old stuff.
Oh yeah, I definitely need to get the old ones too.
Before the
fighting Batman.
Before the companies bought them.
Batman fought the Hulk too. They did them. They had to have done them multiple times then.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they collected almost all of them in that one omnibus that just came out. That was basically the precursor to all these crossovers.
Well, I need that.
Thwipping away, Brad Meltzer and Pepe Larraz pit Spider-Man and Superman against Lex Luthor and Norman Osborn as their greatest villains exploit some of their greatest weaknesses.
Yawn.
Yeah, but like, what if we see Goblin in the Lex suit with a glider?
I mean, the Lex suit on the glider would be cool, but it's like, once you have the Lex suit, you can put anyone in the Lex suit. I mean, that's going to enhance Goblin's strength as same it would enhance Lex's strength.
Industry powerhouse Jeff Johns delivers his first Marvel story in over 20 years, teaming up with fellow superstar Gary Frank. A crisis ensues.
Jeff Johns, though.
Yeah, a crisis ensues as the hit creative team brings the Super and Spider families against each other at the summons of Mysterio, but is their true foe an ally out of control? So they're going to be.
I wrote a fanfic back then where Carnage suit gets a hold of Superman. That's what I want to fucking see.
Huh.
How fucking cool would that look? And I need to read all this Silver Carnage because Carnage got a hold of Silver Surfer in the run. I'd absolutely need that shit too.
This one's a wild one. So you look at this, right? And you're like, yeah, cool. Spider-Gwen and Supergirl, whatever. Current Amazing Spider-Man scribe Joe Kelly and artist Humberto Ramos deliver a campus crossover between Gwen Stacy and Lana Lang. Like, one of the two most random fucking people to throw together. Gwen Stacy and Lana Lang. And someone said, that's really funny when you consider who they are, right? Like, what's Gwen Stacy and Lana Lang relative to their heroes? they're the first girlfriend, but the girlfriend that isn't the main one, right?
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like Mary Jane and Lois Lane would be the obvious one. So
Yeah, they
like
took over.
they picked the other two. It's just funny. It'll be an interesting little thing. Co-creator of Steel, Louise Simonson, and artist Todd Nauk hammer out the tale of John Henry Irons' clash with the Hobgoblin.
Oh, now that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I like when they go different with it.
Is that just one of the short stories, or is that like its own comic?
Yeah, this will probably be its own. It'll be a short story, and there's some that they will have announced that they probably haven't even like shown off because that like Shazam Thor crossover, and there was another one too that was like they just threw that out of nowhere. It's like here you go. It was like there was a Fantastic Four crossovers, and more. Keep reading. I wonder what this. Yeah, they said and more, and then the keep reading doesn't even have the more.
Dude, I would pay for a whole fucking Steel versus Hobgoblin miniseries.
This is the cover
sick.
for that Steel Hobgoblin thing.
Eh,
I do like Steel and Thor teaming up. That's
cool.
And then you see the Hobgoblin up there, but I don't know. I would kind of want Thor not to be involved in the.
Well, because there's nothing. Steel doesn't pose a threat to Thor. Hobgoblin doesn't pose a threat to Thor. They're two different power levels.
I just want it to just be Steel fighting Hobgoblin because it's so kind of out there and crazy that it's cool.
Exactly. That's what I'm asking for. Give me something out there and crazy, but you're like, whoa, that could work. Because Steel is more of a gadgets guy, and Hobgoblin's like a gadgets guy.
Plus, like Steel's also like a kind of a brute force head-on fighter kind of guy.
Yeah. He's got to deal with like the finesse and agility of Hobgoblin. Yeah, they're like two different fighters, but they're also similar in some ways.
Like
I fucking love Steel.
Superman fighting like fucking Whiplash or something. Like it's like I don't even know who these guys are. Like that doesn't look like
absolute facts. Beefy bites. Steel is one of my favorite DC characters, and there's just not enough Steel content.
Well, because I think what hinders Steel a lot is making him Superman family. Because then it's like, what story can you tell that Superman can't show up to solve like right away? Right?
I mean, I won't say problem, but that's the issue with any comic, really. I mean, why can't Superman just go into Gotham and save the day immediately?
Yeah, but he doesn't operate in Gotham, right? So what I mean is that like, so Steel being Superman family is like, you can't write a story in Metropolis with Steel as the lead because like, well, why is Superman doing this?
Well, that was cool. That was a cool thing. Actually, I picked up a bunch of back issues of Steel. In one of his runs, he's going to different cities. Like he's in DC in the run that I picked up. So you just gotta have him in Gotham, dude.
Yeah, all you have to do is do a Steel story where he goes to like Detroit or some shit, like in the movie, and have him just be like, "This is where I like the Bloodhaven thing with Nightwing." Like, just have him go over here, and he hangs out over there, you know, and take that.
I mean, there's no excuse. There's absolutely, if you have 37 different Batmans and Spider-Mans and Robins, you can absolutely do a Steel.
But take the Superman S off his chest and take the cape away.
Nope, it's a great costume, dude.
He's good,
and I hate like clones and copycats and like hack off characters, but I fucking love that costume.
But I mean, look at Steel from the DCAU, the blueprint. I do it. Like, just do this guy on his own. He can do it.
He's got to have a cape though. There's nothing wrong with the red. I can understand taking the S away, but give the man the red cape. That shit looks so cool.
Like, come on.
But also, I mean, his whole backstory is based off Superman, though.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he has to like be a Superman guy. Like Nightwing is kind of a Batman guy, but he's like Nightwing doesn't have a cape.
Well, that doesn't mean Steel doesn't have to have one.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. Doesn't work.
No, it 100% works. You're crazy.
Like he's cooler when he's like an Iron Man guy.
No, he needs the cape. Make it black then.
Black cape. Just give him metal. Just give him a steel cape. Why doesn't he have a steel cape?
Yeah,
Metal
that'd be
cape.
fucking cool as shit. They're just like a steel laced like cape, like armored cape.
I don't know if that would they could even make that work, but anyway. So yeah, so those are the Spider-Man Superman crossovers. Well, it's different with this one. They're keeping it more to the theme. With the Batman Deadpool ones, they felt like they were like, yeah, fuck it, we'll just do whatever Marvel DC crossovers come to mind. You know, they weren't necessarily Batman themed. They were just like, yeah, here's Jeff the Land Shark and Crypto.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want a Howard the Duck meets I don't know Venom.
well, that's not
You're right.
that's not much of a crossover. That's so
I want Howard the Duck meets whoever Venom counterpart in DC would be.
Why not Venom meets the Venom counterpart?
Yeah, Venom meets Venom.
Venom meets Venom meets the fucking Starro.
That would be wild.
That'd work.
Yeah, give me more shit like that. Not
So-
obvious Superman and Spider-Man.
And even so, like I don't know. They're just not playing much with the premise of it. Like,
Unless
Steel
you
and
have
Hop-
the symbiotes attached to Superman. I'm telling you, that'd be so fucking cool.
how come there isn't a Venom in this? Like, there isn't a symbiote in any of these. You know, like that's weird.
And he would like Carnage and Venom, they would be more other than Osborn, they would be most of the threat to Superman.
Like, Cyborg Superman should have a Venom
Oh.
thing.
Oh man. Holy hell, that would be nuts.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, like that'd be the way to go with it. But speaking of these Superman family and gritty characters from the 90s, we have our first official look at Lobo in the Supergirl movie.
I think he looks great.
Just a little teaser they put out here.
I think he looks great. And I'm actually this movie might be pretty cool.
Looks like this is gonna end well for you guys.
What was it like to lose
And
everything?
this was the trailer we already
Cartoon
saw.
didn't die in a day. Gods are not that kind.
Yeah, there's some new stuff in there.
This seems more focused than Superman.
Oh,
I
he's
think
such
it's
a
gonna
good
be
guy.
better than Superman.
Did you enjoy watching Superman when you watched it? When you watched it?
Yeah, I
all
watched
the
it
way
6
through all of
times and
it?
I hated it worse. Each time I watched it, I hated it more.
Yeah, so this was their first look at
I think it
Jason
was good,
Mamoa
man.
as Lobo. He almost like he blends in. Which is funny. You can't I can't really tell that's Jason Momoa. I guess because it's the teeth, they give him the Lobo
Yeah,
teeth.
you wouldn't guess that's well, I guess you could, but yeah, you couldn't tell that's Momoa unless you know it's him.
He makes a better Lobo than Aquaman.
100%. Aquaman should have been someone
Yeah.
different, even though he was great as Aquaman.
I mean, he knew that. He literally like talked about how he like walked into the office wanting to be Lobo and they gave him Aquaman instead. And he was like, kind of like, okay, sure. It worked for the Aquaman they were trying to do, but
Right, but they should have been trying to do a different Aquaman. But that was Zack Snyder making everyone grimdark.
yeah. Yeah. So I mean, definitely this Lobo looks like Lobo. We haven't really heard him call anyone like a fragging Bastich yet, you know, but I
Oh
hope
man, that'd be so awesome if he keeps that lingo.
he's got to. He cannot not do the frag and the Bastich.
I need him
and-
chewing on cigars and fucking just brutalizing.
Well, he's
hella
got the
people.
cigar. He's got the cigar right away. He's got his chains wrapped around. He's got his space hog. You know, he's got it all. We see the hook in the promotional material too.
I'm definitely looking forward to this way more than I was Superman. And it's crazy to say because I don't care about Supergirl at all, but this looks pretty cool.
I just hope that he's in it for more than just like this scene and then a fight.
He should be the fucking main villain. He's hunting her
something,
down.
yeah.
Isn't that what it is?
Well, that's what we kind of assumed.
Because I think
And
Mordred was telling me it's based off that. I hate Tom King, but this book sounds pretty good. Where it's
yes,
like a western, like he's a bounty hunter. He's tasked to, or she's after him or something.
she's going after the villain of the movie is the guy they show in the trailer earlier with like the taser face.
They like killed her dog or like fuck Crypto up, and she's like going after him for revenge or some shit.
Yeah. I think I haven't read the story that they're adapting, but they're going to change it because I don't think they're going to kill Crypto because of the marketability of him. But
Yeah,
in
Woman
the
of
book,
Tomorrow,
in the
beefy
book
butts.
in the book they kill Crypto. But I think it's related to this girl here.
Ooh,
we
that would
see
be
in the other
nuts if they
trailer.
killed Crypto already. That would be insane.
Yeah. Trying to find that. They show the shot of the villain.
Yeah, Tom King's a hack for sure, Rockford. It is pretty much John Wick. But putting it as a Supergirl story after Crypto getting killed, that's pretty cool. I
this
do
guy.
kind of want to check it out.
This is the villain right here.
Yeah. Yeah, probably just was some one-off villain for the story.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what he was. He was just some like pirate, some space pirate guy or something. And then
I need
Eat
to
him and you never see
fucking
him
kill
again.
your dog.
But Momoa did talk about Lobo's future. Jason Mamoa says Lobo's future hasn't been decided yet. I only know Lobo's in this one, and so we'll see what the future of all that holds. I'd love for his own thing to be coming out. He's like, I could see him. I would hope he keeps like the thing with Lobo that works really well is that he can just show up randomly later and just be like, aha, right, I'm back, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah,
And
because he's literally immortal. So no matter what you do to him, he can always be there.
yeah, like one of my favorite bits in the Justice League cartoon is when the episode where they think Superman's dead and Lobo shows up to replace him, and how he's like, I can help you like solve this problem. And like it's a Calabax down there, and he's like crashing shit, and then he's like, everyone else has to go and deal with the other shit. And Lobo's like, oh, I'll handle him, you know, and he actually does. He beats up Calabac, and then he's like they cut back to him. He's burying him under cars, piles of cars, and he's like, say it. Come on, say it. And then the guy goes like, uncle. And he's like, you know, and all that. Like, it's like, that's just so funny. And that's like Lobo's like only appearance in the Justice League cartoon.
Yep. I totally forgot about that one. There's a great Lobo versus the Mask crossover. Well, not really crossover. Well, I guess it is a crossover.
Yeah.
I fucking love that comic. Y'all should check that out. And which is awesome because anything the Mask is super hard to find. So I always suggest anything the Mask.
But yeah, so now we get into the thing that yeah, it is funny that it was Calabac. Yeah, the son of Darkseid. So we'll get into now the news rumor.
Yes.
It's unconfirmed, but that the DCU Batman movie has found its writer, Christina Hodson, who wrote The Flash, Birds of Prey, and also wrote the Batgirl movie that didn't get made.
And Bumblebee.
Right, and Bumblebee. So it's like that's good. Like it's
She's like
so,
50. She's like 50-50.
like
Literally.
And I will say that people pointed out that the Flash movie did have a lot of studio interference, and so who knows what script they had that was good that then they were like pumped it full of cameo slots.
Yeah, that movie was pretty much doomed from the start.
Yeah, that
And
had been
honestly, hot take, I kind of like The Flash. It's not the greatest thing ever by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it kind of got shit on a little too much. I didn't think it was that bad.
unfairly treated.
Yeah, is that what I said?
I'm saying like that was like,
Well, maybe not unfairly treated. Maybe it's overhated, I guess is the word.
Yeah. Yeah, like, so like there is that where you can look at it that way. It's like, yeah, okay, like she had to throw shit in, and there was also this movie was stuck in development hell. You know, there was so much shit about like, oh, we had this director, we had this script made, we had that script made, we switched to be, you know,
It was a mess.
It was development hell.
But Birds of Prey is absolute garbage.
I liked it. I didn't hate it. I wouldn't go watching it right now probably to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit down and watch Birds of Prey. But it wasn't bad. It was a lot of that. It came from that directionless DC EU era where there was no more Snyder, there was no person in charge, there was no direction. They weren't building towards anything. They were just like, let's just do a movie.
So
to
it's
do a
it's
movie.
hard to say really where she's staying, but putting her as a Batman writer too after all that shit, it's like, you gonna find anyone else? My
Yeah,
thing is James Gunn cannot take fucking criticism for anything. He's the heir July of the DCU.
that is a strong accusation.
He just, I mean, when people are critiquing her and he immediately has to go to Twitter and defend it. It's like, no matter how sound the critique is or fair it is, he is the monkeys typing on the keyboard from Superman because he can't take any negative criticism at all, in my opinion.
I mean, I don't like I said, it's the thing with Hollywood that's weird is that like script writers can write good scripts and have bad directors that don't put into thing.
Right, but people can usually determine that.
I mean, I don't know. Like I haven't like I said, Flash is a mulligan because of how badly they pumped that shit out. Batgirl, we never got to actually see. People like to say it was so bad they canceled it. That wasn't really the reason. WB was trying to save money, so they were canceling shows that were already done. Like they removed like Infinity Train from existence to like cut tax evasion shit. They were gonna get rid of that Coyote and Acme movie until it got saved by the other studio, but
Well, then he needs to come out and say shit like that, not like shit like, oh, people who critique her have never, obviously have never read any of her script. It's like, bro, we've seen some of the movies like Birds of Prey and that shit was ass. So it's like, we've seen the outcome of some of her scripts, bro. It's like, it's not coming from thin fucking air.
yeah, so we'll
And Flash was not great.
yeah, we'll see what happens. A lot of the times too with script writers, you kind of don't even notice them because like once we get the director announced, like he could announce Chris Nolan's doing this fucking movie, and we're gonna forget that she's writing the script.
Right. Yeah, no, and screenwriters usually they don't get, I don't think they get the credit they deserve, really. But
No.
they're definitely overshadowed by the bigger names like the directors and probably even the producers and the actors. But she's like the only like name that's really attached to this project right now. So it's like, what else are people supposed to say?
Yeah, and even then, she's not really officially attached.
Oh, okay. I thought she was confirmed.
I don't think she's been like fully confirmed yet. I think James even like talking about her is mainly just more about like
Not
don't
being
shit on
able
this.
to take criticism. Yeah,
Well,
I
it's just
agree.
more like don't shit on this chick, you know? Like even it's like she's not official.
It's like, oh, fuck you. You've shitted on hella different comic book movies in the past, James Gunn. So it's like, fuck you. You're allowed to shit on shit, but we're not.
you just that hate boner you have is a just like fucking turgid mass.
And I just hate certain things about shit like that. Like, you're a professional director. You should be able to take critique with grace and not like be a sour little bitch about shit like that. Especially when you're the guy who's shitting on Tim Burton's Batman like crazy. When that's like one of the most iconic comic book movies ever made.
Did he do that, or what did he say about Tim Burton's Batman?
Yeah, I was reading someone posted some texts from him a while ago, and he was just hating on Jack Nicholson as a Joker. He was hating on Keaton. He was hating on like the whole fucking movie. Everything about the movie he was hating on pretty much.
Let me verify this.
Now I've read it kind of in passing, so I mean I don't know how real those texts are.
He
But
was
James
actually putting it over. I just wasn't paying attention.
no, he was clearly not a fan of the movie. I think he was hating on Superman like as a character himself a while ago too.
Okay, so this is this is a Reddit post from 2 years ago from what looks like a Facebook post. Yeah, so and already this is like I think 11 years ago or something like that is from the screenshots in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. But James Gunn writes, The Tim Burton Batman is poorly written. The soundtrack is the worst work of everyone involved, and is absolutely one of the most boring films ever. Not only that, but the reveal of the Joker as the killer Bruce Wayne's parents spits in the face of Batman's origin as a nullification of the bottomless thirst for vengeance that necessarily drives Batman. Pretends not to be campy, but is completely so. And on top of everything, the dark creature of the night can't even move his fucking neck. Give me a fucking break.
Oh,
it's
God.
ridiculous. Awful film. Burton's Planet of the Apes is genius in comparison.
Oh my God! Wow, that's ridiculous. The only thing I'll agree with is the Joker thing. But doesn't
I'll
pretend
also
to
agree
be
with
campy. It's dark and campy. You can do both.
I'll do
at the
the
same
it
time.
pretends not to be campy, but it's completely so. I'll agree with that.
No, it doesn't pretend to not be campy. The soundtrack alone, like, proves it's not campy. It owns its campiness, but it's also dark. I mean, and the turning the neck thing, it's like, go fuck yourself, bro. It's the times. That's just the times of the effects. So that's what I'm saying. It's like you're allowed to say all this, but somebody's not allowed to critique anything you do, and you're just gonna write it off as people being just angry haters. They're just Indian bots. So go fuck yourself.
The thing is I don't even know because even this picture, like, it's hard to tell if that's even James Gunn. This could just be a guy in Facebook called James Gunn. Like,
nah, dude, James Gunn is definitely like on record, like shitting on like comic book shit, like comic book movies and different things. The point is, if you're allowed to critique whatever you want, James Gunn, and you're a bitch for just writing it off as people being haters or don't know what they're talking about.
He also has Keaton did.
I agree with the Joker thing, Rockfort. I definitely agree with that.
Keaton did have a ridiculous voice. That said, I'd rather put up with a ridiculous voice than with horrible action sequences and acting barely worthy of the Batman TV show.
Totally disagree with all that.
B, I have no idea how you can think that Burton Batman has more similarities with Moore's or Miller's Batman and Joker than Nolan's does. Listen, I have problems with both of Nolan's films. He's like you. I don't think either one is classic, and I don't even really think Batman Begins is good. Oh no! No!
This whole thing is shit. Even though I agree with the Nolan thing, I do have problems with probably all of the Batman Nolan movies.
But you love Batman Begins.
I love Batman Begins, and the acting in Batman is bad. Get the fuck out of here! And Keaton's Batman voice, he whispers.
But they're far superior to the first Batman. Do you agree that the Nolan films are better than the?
They're almost like too different in a way. There's a lot of things that I really love in Burton that Nolan movies just don't have. Like the Gotham alone, like shit's all over Nolan's Gotham. And Burton's Batman.
Really,
and Batman, Michael Keaton sounds way better as Batman than Christian Bale. I hate to say it.
They're far superior to the first Batman. None of your defenses get by the fact that despite being the first cinematic dark take on Batman, so what? Stallone's Judge Dredd was the first dark take on Judge Dredd. The movie is awful. Oh yeah, and Jack Nicholson as the Joker is Jack Nicholson in The Shining with shitty clown makeup. Fuck you, everyone involved with that tragedy.
Yeah, so he's allowed to act like that, but the minute anyone critiques anything of his, he just.
How do you feel about the sequel Batman Returns? I think Batman Returns is messy, but a much more fun and better film. Batman and Robin is better than the original Tim Burton Batman, not an opinion, a fact, and I'm not saying Batman and Robin doesn't suck.
Oh my god, that's not him, is it?
Yeah, that's it. That's what he said. Right?
Oh my god,
Matthew.
He's off the
it's
fucking
the
wagon.
sense that the original Batman is an atrocity.
Yeah, exactly. James Gunn is as salty as everyone. He's a fucking hypocrite. Thank you, Glenn.
Yeah.
If he can be salty, we can be salty, and if you can critique shit like that, we can too.
Said about the Rainn Wilson movie Super. Is it wrong that I think this is a much better superhero movie than The Dark Knight? No, it's right. So sweetly right.
Super was fucking garbage.
There you go.
I couldn't even finish that fucking movie.
He thinks it's better than about these movies. So what?
Batman and Robin is not better than Batman. Batman Begins is not a bad movie at all. It's still maybe the best Batman movie.
Yeah, Batman and Robin is better than the original. Holy shit, that is a crazy opinion. James Gunn got enough salt stars on better. Now, like, I don't know what mindset he's in when he's doing these, but this is at least like fucking Guardians, right? Round. Like,
Doesn't matter. I'm sure he still stands by those opinions.
well, now he'd definitely be a lot more like oh, we have to be more what's it called, like diplomatic about it. So that was 2013, so he's starting work on Guardians then.
Yeah, so he's still so it's like no. If you can be unhinged rant, I can unhinged rant. And you're not allowed to like whine about it when people bring up legitimate criticisms, which he does. Like everyone
The Dark
talking about
Knight,
Superman.
whatever is shit, says Rocky.
Yeah. What do you mean? The Dark Knight, the Returns, or the Dark Knight, the second one?
Probably means Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, Dark Knight Rises. My bad. Yeah, I could argue that the Dark Knight Rises is shit, even though I do like that movie still.
Yeah, there you go. You heard it here first. James Gunn hates all Batman movies. So maybe his own.
Because he'll never be able to do one. Is why. Because he'll never be able to do one. He makes cartoony gay shit.
That's probably why it's good that he's not doing the script, though. But I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm glad he's not touching Batman.
We'll see what
I guess
the Flash
he's directing Brave and the Bold, right?
I don't think he's directing it. No, I think they got someone else for that one.
Oh, good, great. Get him away from Batman.
Because I think he's perfectly fine doing Superman.
He's fine for Superman in any team movie. Like I'm not a James Gunn fan. There's shit I like. I wouldn't want to see him do a Justice League movie, but I think that would suit him a little better than like a Batman movie or something like that.
Well, the way that they've kind of set everything up, where there's gonna be like a couple of teams, so we'll see what he tries to like pick as his. But let me lay you on this, Snowman. Let me lay this on you here.
Okay.
Sam Raimi says he tried to make a Batman film. I love Batman, but I couldn't get the rights.
It would be like a Tim Burton. That would be like a Tim Burton Batman, I think. Probably not my first top 5 choices for a Batman, but it would be like Tim Burton's, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the campy horror that Raimi's known for, you know, with Batman, and plus the action, like that scene of the Spider-Man and Goblin fighting in the end of the movie, right when they're fighting in the dusty old mansion.
Oh, the action in horror would be great.
Now they're just throwing fucking hands at the end.
It's
right?
brutal,
So it's like,
bro.
Yeah.
That's what makes me put one of the reasons that puts Spider-Man 1 over Spider-Man 2 for me is, I mean, some of the action is just brutal, bro.
Like I saw someone point out too, that's like the only reason that he had a fight in that like old brick area is so that they could have a haunted mansion or something, because like Raimi does like horror stuff.
Yeah, that was like a haunted mansion kind of in a way with all the spider webs and shit.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. But yeah, so yeah, Sam Raimi doing a Batman.
Give me Sam Raimi
doing
over
Batman and
James
Joker would be
Gunn
awesome.
any day of the week.
I wouldn't trust Sam Raimi now with Batman, if that makes sense, just because Doctor Strange 2 was so bad. Directing was probably fine. It's just he did some weird shit. Like there's a couple weird transitions where people were saying, like, I remember someone said on a podcast, I was like, did someone tell Sam that it's not 2002 anymore and we don't need to do these transitions? Like,
Still haven't seen that yet, and the kind of, from what I've heard from people, kind of made me not want to see it, unfortunately, because I was kind of excited to see it.
It is so lame, as especially as a Doctor Strange fan as I am. It's like, this is just not it.
Damn.
I didn't realize he did that. Yeah, he did do the Doctor Strange too. Anyway.
Rock, you didn't realize he did the Multiverse of Madness, Rockfort?
Yeah,
that was Raimi. Did he write or did he just direct?
He directed it, yeah.
I mean, the writing could have been an issue too.
Yeah, 2. Yeah. So yeah, Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, first Doctor Strange is good. They just didn't. They just they do what Marvel always does. Hey, the person that made that first one that people liked, let's fire him. Get somebody else. Like I think the Russos, I think, are the only people. But technically not even because they didn't do Brave New World, so they didn't get to stick around. I don't
What
think
about
Spider-Man.
Thor? The first
Thor-
2 Thors, were they by the same guy?
Thor 1 was done by a different guy than who did Thor 2.
It was a Branagh or something, wasn't it? Kevin Branagh?
Yeah, it was the
Something
guy
like
that
that?
played Gilderoy Lockhart in Harry Potter 2. But
Oh,
then,
shit.
And then Dark World was a completely different guy, and then obviously Taika did the 2. Yeah, they gave Taika a repeat.
What a fucking hack. Get his ass out of here forever.
Yeah, I have an article that I might save for a Thor's Day where he's basically talking about how like we saved Thor and you can thank us. It's hate that.
Yeah, well, then you went
Anyway.
and completely destroyed it again,
He
idiot.
completely killed it. But he's like, no, see, because that's what survived in Endgame, and you all like Thor in Endgame, and it's like, fuck off.
Well, we like Thor, not the whole fucking movie of the 4th one, you moron.
Yeah. So.
And people love Chris Hemsworth as Thor, is why.
Yeah. So we also had a little old news now, but the Mr. Miracle show is moved to the DCU, which will give us our first look at the new gods, and they including Darkseid will be in this show as well because it is also adapting the Mr. Miracle Tom King story, which I heard good things about. So this will be interesting to see.
Tom King does have some renowned bangers. I haven't read any of his Mr. Miracle stuff, and I think he has a couple other things before that people really like, but his Batman is the worst Batman I've ever fucking read.
There's just some people that just can't write all characters in the world, you know, and if they can, they can't do it for a long period. Maybe you can do one issue. But
that's hard to do, to knock every
Rocky's
character out of the park.
Rocky's a big Mr. Miracle guy, so
How do you feel about his Tom King or Tom King?
Did you read
Mr.
the
Miracle?
Tom King? I think it's what created the whole Darkseid is thing, and that still sticks with him being like a cool line to say.
Wait, what'd you say?
Well, it created the Darkseid is like tagline, right? Where it's like Mr. Miracle works hard to do this. Darkseid is.
Right? Like Tom King came up with that?
I know it's like that. It's in that story. I don't know if that is created from that, but I know that it shows up. I don't read no
like
Tom
Thanos
King,
is inevitable.
Rocky. Yeah, but like before. But yeah, so we'll see how this goes. It was basically like they were just working on it already, and they're just like, yeah, this fits, so it's part of the DCU now. But like they did with the whatchamacallit, the Blue Beetle movie. I like the Kirby stuff. Yeah, I mean that you gotta love that fourth wall stuff. I gotta get into doing that too.
I heard Blue Beetle was actually pretty fucking good. It just didn't get.
Yeah, I heard it was all right, and then they were like, "Well, it's not canon anymore." But then James Gunn's like, "Oh, it doesn't not fit with stuff, so it's canon now." And then they're doing that show, do a sequel to it. They're doing
it just came around at a weird time too.
Animated show, yeah. It was like I said, that in between, like we want to do DC movies, but we're not building towards a universe anymore, so it's just here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, and we talked about the weird canonicity of the those other things, like how the David Ayer Suicide Squad movie is canon somehow because it gets referenced in Peacemaker season 2, and it's like, what is this?
They just got to make it like part of the multiverse or some shit.
I mean, it basically is. It's just they gotta, but they're also their multiverse thing is weird because, like, James Gunn said through Peacemaker, he talked about how there's 100 universes in the DCU, and that's all that there is. But we learned from the CW that because of the Crisis on Infinite Earths, they're all on Infinite Earths, meaning there's multiverses inside of the multiverse. That it whatever.
Yep.
You just don't think about it. Also, all the
can't
animated
make me
universes.
not think about it when I have to think about it.
all the animated universes are in their own universe that had their own Crisis on Infinite Earths because those are the animated movies, and all those universes died, but they actually didn't die. It was just copies of the original, and so.
I mean, that's how a multiverse would work. It'd just be like infinite universes within infinite universes within infinite universes.
Yeah. And then that doesn't even count the comic book multiverses that are also different. Finally,
I'll say
some
this
sad
about
news.
James Gunn. I do like
Go
some
on.
of his shit. I just think he's a bad writer and he's a bitch for the criticism that has been levied at him. And he just can't handle it.
The biggest thing for the criticism thing will be whether or not his next movie has too many people in it and too much setup, because that was something definitely leveled to Superman. It's not bad when you watch it, but on the outside looking in, it's like, why is there so many people in this not Superman movie?
Right.
But,
that was one of my that's what I've been hesitant to see it in the first place. What is his next project?
It's Man of Tomorrow. It's Superman 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he is writing that one.
He'll probably make that a little more focus and probably not use as many characters. Because I feel like he's trying to set up a world too, and trying to introduce like the Justice League and different characters.
The thing that's gonna fuck with Man of Tomorrow is the fact that it's supposed to directly tie in from Peacemaker season 2. So there's a lot of that stuff at play, and so that'll be like a little bit like this is gonna be a little awkward. This is gonna be a little weird.
It's the same problem with comic books and now superhero movies. They're just trying to tie everything in together.
And I say we need more of it. I say we need to make it more confusing and harder for anyone to get involved. Get in.
Let's bring Snyder. Let's Snyder and James Gunn collab and make the universe as chaotic.
We'll have Snyder. We'll get Gunn, and then we'll go to the dark side. We get Whedon. We make Snyder and Whedon work on a movie. Make Snyder and Whedon work on a movie together.
Oh my God.
And be like, I want this disjointed and awful like Justice League was.
I want half of the movie to be horribly, horribly dark and muddy, and then the other half I want every color possible.
Annoyingly funny and stupid, and Cavill has a CGI face.
Yeah, everyone has CGI mustaches.
Yeah, we'll do reverse Cavils. But anyway, some sad news. Longtime viewers of the channel remember Batman Arkham Shadow. We have talked about that before. But the
that's
studio
his favorite game he's played many times, and he's beaten many times.
But the studio behind it, Camouflage, has been completely dissolved as Meta, Facebook's gaming departments were all like shut down. So they all got laid off, and which sucks because they made a great game with Arkham Shadow, like a great entry to saved the Arkham franchise. Because if it would have ended with Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, it would have been some fucking bullshit. But it ended with Arkham Shadow so far.
Man, that game came and went.
Which one? Suicide Squad?
The Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Because they released characters and no one gave a shit. And their very last character they added was Deathstroke, who should have been like the first one they added.
Yeah.
And then they ended it with like drawn cutscenes because they ran out of money. Which is the exact same thing that happened with Avengers. They just had a bunch of like motion comic shit because they didn't have money to do like voice like motion capture anymore. Like, and it was stupid. They killed Wonder Woman for no reason.
Pathetic.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So that, and then Roger Craig Smith, who of course voiced prequel Batman, confirmed it, saying like, "Oh, the things that should have been." I was surprised because I thought Camouflage was owned by Warner Brothers. Like, I would have thought this was like Warner Brothers like VR department people, but it wasn't. They were contracted out to do this. Which, if I'm Warner Brothers, I'm picking them the fuck up because they made an actual like action VR game, and that's not a thing that like existed.
It's still really not. A lot of the VR is mostly kind of still like on rails and like,
yeah, you're standing around and you're just picking stuff up. But they actually, you could punch and you could do they introduced like every single combat mechanic that the free flow combat had. You could do the cape thing, you could do the beating of the shield, you could do like the beatdown mechanic. You could counter. They had all that stuff, and so
That's pretty cool.
if I'm Warner Brothers, I'm buying up these guys and bringing them into the VR department because you need more Arkham shit like this. And if not in VR stuff, but the script writers for Arkham Shadow like made an actual fucking Arkham game.
Oh, and imagine a Flash game in VR. That'd be nuts.
Yeah. So it really sucks because this was like one of the top selling games in the MetaQuest 3 too, and it was bundled. It was bundled with the fucking thing. So yeah, we'll see what comes of them, but this just like really sucks. Like I said, because we're glazing it. You know, I was glazing it on here. Jessica started watching it, and you know, really, you don't have to buy them to support it, but definitely watch the playthrough on YouTube. It's a couple hours long or whatever, but
Yeah, I'm gonna have to read like the wiki on the story, get the plot synopsis of that thing.
yeah, I mean, you can watch people like play it. Like it's told through cutscenes.
That's gonna take way longer.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like the way that it tied. I mean, we've talked about the way that it tied into everything. You know, that was a really cool, like it was just the way they played with continuity. They had Elijah Wood played fucking Scarecrow. He was cool. He was creepy.
What?
Yeah, Elijah Wood plays Jonathan Crane before he becomes the
Oh,
Scarecrow.
what? That's cool.
you
Maybe
see
I will
him
watch
become-
it then.
Yeah, you can just see him become the Scarecrow.
Dude, because he plays like a nasty villain in a couple movies. Like one, I haven't seen The Maniac yet, but he's like a fucking weird, creepy ass serial killer, and he's a weird, creepy serial killer in Sin City as well.
Yeah, there's a moment where he's like literally like there's footage circling out on Twitter of like of him doing the motion capture and how he's just like bending down. He's like, "Are you afraid? Do you fear the?" You know, he's doing the weird like creepy Scarecrow talk shit. And
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to watch him then. Actually, now. I wonder, do they got any other like bigger names like that, or is he like their big
well,
name?
like the other ones were like Tara Strong, who obviously was Harley in the other games, and Roger Craig who's Batman. You know, like they got a lot of the cast back from the other ones. Troy Baker has a cameo in it. Actually, he not really. He doesn't have he has a cameo as Joker, but he plays Harvey Dent for most of it. So he reprises his role as Harvey back and stuff like that. But there's no other like, I don't think any other like, oh, it's crazy guy, crazy git. It's mainly just a lot of voice actors, but they spent most of it to get Elijah Wood to play Scarecrow. Yeah.
Rockerford says his cousin works on those games. He says there might be a light way of putting it. I'm curious as to what does he do? What did he do for the games? Maybe just promotion or something?
Yeah, if it was for the MetaQuest whole thing. They also Camouflage also did an Iron Man VR game too, but that was on like PlayStation VR.
That came out a while ago too, didn't it?
Yeah, that was the one they worked on before the Batman one. Head programmer, really?
Oh, putting it lightly, that's like one of the biggest fucking jobs in the game.
Oh.
Damn, bro.
Well,
And he's a Flash guy. I'm a fucking genius, bro. Tell him, me and him will link up, and we'll make a Flash game.
I mean, like, well, you can't make a Flash game anymore, Snowman, because Flash got shut down.
Nah, we'll figure it out.
All the Flash games got deleted off of Newgrounds, and they had to do something else.
Oh no, not the Flash.
I know what I was.
Amos.
I was being a smart aleck.
He got me.
But I was pulling a sneaky on you.
You were joshing me. You were joshing my leg.
Doing a little goofballing, you know. Anyway, I think that's enough for this week. Hit everything we needed to hit. What else do we still have sitting here? Well, we got the Mario Galaxy movie trailer we could watch, but none of us were really kind of into that. I could kind of rant about the Life is Strange game and how it's like.
I did surprisingly, did not think I was going to like the Mario movie, but I actually did like that movie.
Are you going to say you surprisingly didn't think you'd like Life is Strange?
Oh, no, I haven't even played any of that shit.
We do have. I never did get to that Spider-Man rumor, but I mean, it's still sit there for a while. I don't think it's real. There's no fucking way that it's real.
What is it?
Um,
We
like,
could just
I-
bring it
I-
up now. We could talk about it next week. But what is the rumor?
Well, that the Iman Asfandi, who was in Star Wars, is playing Michelle Jones Watson's boyfriend in Spider-Man: Brand New Day, meaning that
I don't know who the hell Michelle
MJ,
Jones.
Zendaya's character,
Oh.
MJ. So MJ's boyfriend is the one and only
Paul.
Paul.
Oh.
So
Maybe as an Easter egg, maybe. Oh, we got to delve into that.
yeah, we'll talk about that probably next week. Then the villain Paul will be making his live action debut, but all that and more next week on Wow Wednesday. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you Rocky Macabre for being here.
Hail the chat.
Thank you Glenn Fitzergood. Who else was here? Thank you Swan as always.
Love y'all. Love you, Swan.
Thank you Beefy Bites for stopping by. Great Cloudy Day was also here. Roygen here as well.
My boy.
And south of the border Panda. And Baki as always if I don't find you in the chat. Baki of course here as well.
He wasn't chatting as much today.
That was and Cynic popped in as well.
Glad to see Glenn coming around. That's nice. The ultra
There's
troll.
Baki. There's Baki. So anyway, we'll be here next week for more drama-free nerd talk. Thank you, Snowman, for being here once again.
Of course.
See you all next week for another Wow Wednesday. And now I'm going to play the outro.